Hello there guys, welcome back to another episode of Grassroots To Greatness. We are at Inter Milan and we are having a ball. We're having a really good run of form, so without further ado, here is how we've got on since you were last with me. After our trip to Belgium, I was very pleased to pick up a 1-0 win, because obviously we all know that Thursday and Sunday matches, or Thursday and Saturday matches, whichever it is, Sunday isn't it, I think, yeah, they're always a bit of a nightmare, so it was a very good professional performance. I did say to you I felt we'd have enough in the locker to beat them at home, and we absolutely spanked Ghent by 5-0 on the night, 7-2 on aggregate. A very professional performance again, a very dominant performance. Then a great victory over Perugia, but a sad day obviously beating Perugia. It was a very even game, and to be honest with you, we were damn lucky to win it because they bombarded the shit out of us in the second half. We then travelled to Udinese in the second leg of the Italian Cup and won by 3-0 and 3-0 on aggregate. A fantastic win, and we're into the Italian Cup final, El Coppa Italia. We then came up against Livorno at home, a 2-0 win, a very solid performance. They did bring Samson and Manuel on towards the end. He did cause a bit of trouble, but he still only got, as far as I know, 1 goal to his name over at Livorno. CSKA Moscow came to the San Siro next, and we put in a very good performance to beat them by 3-0. Very dominant and fully deserved the win. The Thursday-Sunday curse then hit us away at Fiorentina. They're a very good team and they did fully deserve the 3 points on the day. They were far better than we were. The second leg against Moscow was a much closer affair, but we managed to pull a 3-2 win out of the bag against them, 6-2 on aggregate. Kenneth Parr, who's really risen to the top lately, and Vlasic with the goals. We then got rid of the Thursday-Sunday hoodoo with a fantastic 5-0 win over Atlanta. Parl on the score sheet again, and Pagano with his first goal since joining us in January. The youngster with a fantastic header on the 60th minute. We then got our arses handed to us on a plate by Lazio. They absolutely dominated us. We seemed to have more of the ball, more possession, but they were just so freaking lethal on the attack. It was unbelievable. And even though we had more possession and more chances, they thoroughly deserved to beat us because they were just superb in front of goal. We then faced Dortmund, who were managed by Ancelotti, in the quarter-final first leg and managed to get a 2-1 win. We dominated them throughout the game. We were absolutely superb. We just strangled the game out of them. They did get a goal through Aubameyang late on in the 88th minute, which gave them that crucial away goal going into the second leg. We then hosted Torino and beat them by 2-0. A thoroughly professional job against a team struggling at the bottom. It took us till the 68th minute to break them down because they were playing very well up until that point defensively, but once we broke through, the 3 points were pretty much in the bag because going forwards they didn't have much to offer. We then travelled to Dortmund, who took the lead just after half-time, straight from the kick-off, pretty much. We then managed to equalise through Chiesa. Then our Capitan gave us the lead in 83 minutes, and I didn't even see the goal. I didn't know. I was kind of in a world of my own, and when Dortmund went 2-1 up, I was what I thought was 2-1 up. I was panicking a little bit, and then I realised I'd missed the goal somehow. I think I must have gone out of the room to do something quickly, and so we finished 2-2, 4-3 on aggregate, and we're through to play Porto in the semis. So there you have it, guys. A very decent little run we've put together. A couple of blips in there. Lazio absolutely caned the shit out of us, to put it bluntly, but all in all, a very decent little start to our Inter Milan career. So in terms of the league, that moves us up into 6th. Unfortunately, Perugia have started to drop away. Their results of late have been pretty poor, and unfortunately, I thought this would be the case because with the players we had there, the style we're playing, it was very structured, very there, and somebody else has come in, moved things around a bit, and that goalkeeper they brought, Jakob, is absolutely shocking. You can understand why they've fallen off since getting rid of Schmitz, because the keeper they've got now is useless. I mean, I've seen butter teapots more useful than him. You know what I mean? He is fucking woeful. And I thoroughly lay it at his door because he's conceding really poor goals. I've been a bit of a sad case, and I've been looking at some of the highlights from their games and stuff, and watching some of their games when we're not playing. I'm a bit sad now. I feel a bit sad, but I've been doing that, and his goals, you can see, they've just been absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. So today we've got the big Milan derby, and it's a Sunday after the Thursday, so I'm very nervous about this. I get a feeling we could be turned over by Milan here today. But I just want to show you some of the stats quickly as to how we've been getting on. So most appearances goes to Mamano. He's got 50 under his belt. Fair play to him. Goals wise, we've got 3 players in double figures: Luan, Chiesa, and Al Shawari. Malcolm is going to Tottenham because he's been unhappy. He's been poor when he's played recently, so he's going to Tottenham, and he's part of an exchange deal. Lamella's coming the other way, so that could be good. I like Lamella, and I think he'll do well in Italy on this. And then Vlasic, who's been fantastic for us, he's kicking in with a few goals. In terms of assists, Vlasic is the man. He is an absolute beast. For me, he's just been amazing. I've been really impressed with him. And then player of the matches, again, it's our man Vlasic. He's been an absolute revelation, as I say very often about players, but it is true. It is true. He's been a revelation. Alves, God bless him. He's changed again. My God, this is really annoying, this whole fucking thing where they keep changing every other bloody day. He's only got 1 goal. He's struggling. He is struggling. He is now fluent in Italian, which is very, very decent. And I think he will come good. I think he's just taking a little bit of time to settle in. And I mean, look at that: 23 and 26 appearances for the under-20s in national level. He's not messing around, is he? He'll be all right. It's just going to take him a little bit longer, I think, to settle in. Where's Parl? Kenneth Parl, 22 years of age, former PSV player. He's really kicked on for me. I wasn't playing him, and then due to registration rules and whatnot in the Champions League, I've thrown him in, and he's been absolutely amazing. Absolutely top draw. Conte played a game and kept a clean sheet. Like I said, I wanted to give him a go earlier in the, I think it was last episode, wasn't it? I gave him a go, and he kept a clean sheet. He did really, really well. Really pleased for him. Daniele Mancini's been brought up to the first team. He made a couple of sub appearances, hasn't really done a lot, but I'm hoping that he could perhaps develop into something decent going forwards. Brozovic has agreed a transfer to Aston Villa. I think it's how much was it for? £13.75 million, so just his value, but he's not getting in the team. When he does play, he's not very good. Pione Sisto, trying to offload him because he's not going to get in the team consistently enough, and it was him that said that. He said, I don't think I'm good enough to get in the team consistently, so he has to leave. He's worth 14 million. I've tried offering him out for that. I've tried offering him out for 7 and 5. Nobody wants him, so I'm just going to leave it to the teams to come to us to pick him up. That's all I'm going to do. So today we're going in. Oh, before I forget, we've arranged the transfers of a few players. I showed you those 2 guys. Obviously, Lamella's coming in. I'll just quickly show you Lamella's stats. He's not been involved in the Premier League hardly at all this season. So, but we're bringing him in. I like him. Malcolm's going, and then we've got a few. These guys here are all youngsters. So there's Alessandro Marino from Bari, and he's going to cost me £5 million to get him over here, but he's going to be immense, and we're going to make that money back tenfold if we ever sell him. He's going to be an immense player. He's playing in Serie B already, and he does look very good, and I think he's going to be a long-term replacement for Pro. So, I'm looking forward to him coming in. And then there's Mancarelli, the young striker at Cagliari, who looks very good. I'm really looking forward to him coming up here. He's made 1 substitute appearance and scored in the first team in the league, so I'm hoping he can come along here and start progressing, learning off the guys we've got in, and become a top player. And then Schettino, this young boy, young midfielder from Vicenza. I like the look of him as well. I think he could turn out to be an absolute stonking player. May take a little bit longer than the others, but at 64k value at 17 with that, that potential report. is very, very good. So I'm hoping he doesn't prove me wrong. I really want him to prove me right and be a really top player going forwards. So that's those guys. So, no shit. Oh, bollocks. I don't think that's what I meant to do, was it? Or did we? Oh no, thank God for that. We did. We already sorted the team out. Jesus, I thought I'd just skipped along there and left the team in. Who's this guy? I've seen him pop up a few times and I thought he looked pretty decent, and he does. He looks alright, doesn't he? He's a very good player. But today, Big Derby, going to be difficult for us. Oh, they've sacked their manager, by the way. Is it Mihailovic, was it? Or I can't remember what his name is now. But he's got a sack and Marcelino is in. So how he's done so far has been okay. You know, he's not pulled up any trees, but he's been alright. He's been okay. But we're doing well in the league. Every time we move up to third, we have a blip. It seems to be we get to third and just panic our arses off and drop down the league a little bit. It's a bit crazy, really. And this has been an absolutely woeful first 16 minutes in terms of highlights, but here we go. I bet Al Shawari's getting a nice reception. Oh, Gabbiadini, what a save. What a save from Moret. He's been great, but he's been awful at times, Moret. He's one of those goalkeepers where he can be sublime and then he can frustrate the shit out of you the next minute. But I'm really pleased. I'm glad I signed him because he's won us games. He has won us games, and he's lost us points, but he's won us more games. Go on! Vlasic, get you little shit! 8th goal of the season. That was a fantastic goal. He never gives up, this guy. He will chase. He's like a dog chasing a car. He just goes for it, and he doesn't know what he's going to do when he gets hold of it, but he just fucking goes for it. And 9 times out of 10, he either puts in a great ball or puts it in the back of the net. He's a fantastic player. Absolute privilege to have him in my team. It really is. Absolute privilege. He's just such an amazing talent. Great ball from Pereira. Look at that. Poor from him. And then here he goes. Wait, oh, I think he even managed to nutmeg the keeper there. And look at that. He's as happy as a pig in plop with that, isn't he? But here they come now. Milan is Gabbiadini. Lozano. What? What? Fuck off. What? Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. What the hell's that all about? You mother... Right, you're going to have to drop back. I said drop back there. Thank you. And you're going to have to drop into midfield. And we're going to play strikerless. We're going to play strikerless. What a crock of shit that was. Oh, fuck off. Well, we're up against it now, aren't we? I think we're going to have to go to the away attack. Oh, shit. I think we're going to have to go to the away tactic and basically go counter. Because if we stay attacking, we're going to get our asses handed to us on a plate. I mean, we still may do go and counter, but we don't stand, you know, I don't want to be throwing people forward when we're one man down. Oh, that was annoying. I'm going to have to should we do reluctant? No. Assertively. Yeah, we'll do that. He's fired up. He's taken that quite well. It's kind of G'd him on more than upset him, which is good. And Pereira is actually a central defender. So he fits well into there. He can play defensive midfield, which he plays fantastically, but he is naturally a central defender. So that's why I dropped him back and didn't bring somebody else on, just in case you're wondering. Oh, here comes number 2. Oh, what a fucking save, because he belted that. Come on, boys. AC Milan are turning on the style. Oh, ho, 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 ho. That was close. That was damn close. Right, let's get Luan on. Bring your man on. And I'm going to bring captain off for Salomonson, because Salomonson does, he can, when he attacks, he really attacks. He's a very good attacking left back. He really is. I think he's going to be a great player in years to come. I'd take a point now today. I'd be thrilled to bits with a point today from this, because I'm going to have to bring him off. I'm going to have to bring Moretti off, I think, because he's tired and he's booked. And Stefano Del Monte, what a big day for him, the youngster, because he's an Inter Milan fan. So it's going to be a big day for him. It's a risk putting him in. I mean, he's a very, very, very good young player, but it's still a risk putting him in. Oh, Vlasic, what are you doing, man? That's it. Go on, Luan. Go on. Out to Solomon. Oh, that was a poor touch. And now they're going to hit us on the break, aren't they? Oh, he's done Del Monte. He's found the man on the wing. It's crossed in. It's 2-1. Fuck a duck. Ah. 11v11. I think 11v11, a point or a win would have been a result for us today. This is very disappointing for me. I'm very, very annoyed. It's not helped by the fact that it's the Sunday after the Thursday with the Europa League. That never helps anybody, I don't think. It's alright when you're playing lesser teams. When you're playing big teams, they can make you pay for it. And Mamana getting sent off has just bum-banged us, hasn't it, really? Great block there. Aziz, Gabbiadini. Out to the wing. Crossed over, nobody there to meet it. That'll be it. Well, what a piss-poor freaking result that is. I'm just going to certainly say I'm not happy with your performance out there. It wasn't entirely their fault, but I need them to know it's not acceptable. That's what we did at Perugia. Even if we'd sort of let them know it's not acceptable, and look at the mentality we built there. You know, over the season and a half, 2 seasons we were there, we built a fantastic mentality. That is a very disappointing result, because even with 10 men, we dominated the possession, had more efforts than them, but they made the extra man count at the end of the day, and we can't really grumble at that. So let's have a look. He's banned for 1 match. The ban will apply. I'm just going to issue him a warning today, because it's his first red card. Yeah, I bet you can't hide your delight, you dickhead. So that's a very disappointing result to take, but we've got to take it. So we're going to be going forwards now. The next episode is probably going to be, I'll probably miss the Palermo game and do the cup final, and if we make the Europa League final, that will be a separate video by itself. So guys, thank you so much for watching. It's an absolute pleasure to be here for you today. It's lovely to meet you all. I hope you're all well. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Please hit a like down below if you're enjoying the series. If you're new to the channel, please drop a subscribe and go check out our other content on here. You may find stuff that you really, really enjoy. You never know. Hey, it's Christmas after all. And as always, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure being in your face. Bye-bye.